my competitive analysis on the differences between the stealth mechanics of The Last of Us and Uncharted. So these are two similar mechanics, but in very different ways, made by the same company. Now I'm playing here in Uncharted on grounded mode. As you can see, I sneak behind an enemy here and take him down silently. Now, in other modes, other than grounded, you have what's called listen mode. And listen mode is you can hear to a certain distance and pinpoint your enemy's location. That way you can make a plan of attack in order to find that enemy and use the best possible path to take down that enemy. However, in this gameplay, that is not applicable. Now, in this instance, we see that this certain NPC has a helmet on it. Now, what this helmet does is makes you have to come through and choke that player out. NPC out, I'm sorry. Because if you were to shoot that NPC in the head, he would not take any damage. You would remove the helmet, that way you could do another headshot, but by that point you would have already alerted the other enemies within the area. And pretty much the basis of it is that this forces your hand and makes you have to do things a certain way. Like, I could have killed that guy with a bullet if I wanted to, but I chose not to because it's better not to alert the enemy. It's, of course, the point of stealth. Now, this one I'm a lot more brutal because there are no more enemies left within this floor. Now, the biggest difference between stealth between The Last of Us and Uncharted is the fact that you have a lot more options within The Last of Us. You can either shoot your enemies, use them as hostages, so on and so forth. Now we'll flip over to Uncharted. Now, as you can see in Uncharted, like I talked about listen mode before, here you use the raycast from your aiming in order to tag your enemies so that you always know where they are. As you can see, when I flip through here, there's a little cursor right there that tells me right where the enemy is, and I can make a plan of attack and kill the enemy. Now, also what differs between The Last of Us and Uncharted is the fact that Uncharted has the climbing ability. And the climbing ability can be used that you can hang off the side of a building and hide from enemies that way. Where in The Last of Us, you cannot do that. Now, another big difference between Uncharted and The Last of Us is the simple fact that you can use these grassy areas in order to hide from enemies and use the deviated path that the designers have put forth to you in order to better take down your enemy. Now, as you can see in Uncharted, it's a lot quicker of takedowns. You don't really have too many other options like you do in The Last of Us. Now, another thing, and this is why Uncharted's stealth is different, is because you have to use stealth for health. So as you can see, I have taken damage and I need to retake my health. You have to hide behind an object, restore your health, and that way you can continue on to the next mission. Now, these are just some differences between The Last of Us and Uncharted.